y'all? It's your girl D for work, and we need to talk because it's a lot of shiesty, sus things going on with these Awake New York Fives. So y'all know that the Awake New York Fives, we're gonna see the first sighting of them, the first raffles or chances to get them on this Sunday, August the 17th, right? We're gonna have an EQL raffle for both pairs that will ship to the winners, right? There's 7,000 pairs of the pink ones. There are 10,000 pairs of the black ones. That's what they've told us. Seeded pairs have already went out. And the difference between the seeded pairs when it comes to those pink ones and the retail pairs is that the seeded pairs are not going to have any numbers on them. Under the tongue, it's not gonna have any numbers. Whereas the retail pairs will all say 1 out of 7,000. It's not gonna go 2 out of 7,000, 3 out of 7,000, nothing like that. So that's the difference. The pink pair is causing people the most confusion. Listen to me when I say, there will be an online raffle for you to get a chance for it to ship to you. There are still only 7,000 pairs though, okay? So your chances are quite slim. But there is a chance for you to get that shoe shipped to your house. There's also a chance for you to go pick up that shoe in New York if you hit on the EQL in-store pickup raffle, okay? So that means for the pink pair, there are going to be 2 raffles on Sunday. 1 for shipping, 1 for in-store pickup. All right, so that means New York gets the double dip. Cool. Treat the locals good. The black pair, there will be an EQL raffle for them to ship to you. There will not be an EQL raffle for a pickup for the black pair. All right. There will be a sneakers drop for the black pair. There will not be a sneakers drop for the pink pair. All right. To clear up any confusion, that's what's happening. The black pair isn't set to drop on sneakers until the 30th. So the only chances you have of getting these pretty early is going to be on Sunday. And we still don't know when they're going to ship out. They might take a page out of Undefeated's notebook and not ship them out until when the sneakers drop is, okay? So that's release info on that. Now, to some of the things that's been transpiring back behind the scenes. First of all, Awake is throwing like a block party type of deal. They said DJ Sets, Venice X, Solid 80, and Lil Zay. Baby, I'm not from New York, so I probably said them names wrong. You say Lower East Side, Seaward Park, 3 to 8 p.m. A lot of people was booking flights, ready to fly out there on tomorrow. A lot of people was booking flights, ready to fly out there, thinking that they was going to get a chance at the shoes. Literally, Awake New York had to make a post and say no shoes will be available because this was just like a family get-together type of thing. Like, they don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke at this little get-together. A lot of people thought that going flying out there would better their chances and they might drop some shoes or whatever, but that's already getting debunked. The other things that's going on behind the scenes, now y'all know backdooring is going to happen, right? So there are seeded pairs that already went out to like certain content creators and like certain people who's in the mix, right? And that went out way earlier when we were still trying to figure out what was numbered and what wasn't numbered. One of the people that got a sneakers pair was Sneaker Fetish, okay? He does a lot of reviews. He's collabed with a couple of boutique stores. So it was cool to see him get his pair, right? But see something else happen as well. We start to see people getting pairs that's like a EQL, but it says F&F, meaning friends and family. So there's a friends and family separate EQL raffle that's going on for seeded pairs to go out. So I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed and I see a dude by the name of Jit the Beast, right? He's like, hey, I appreciate the alley-oop, and he tags this woman, and he shows his EQL wins, and it says F and F on his EQL wins, right? And he got a size 9 in both the pink pair and in the Racer Blue pair, right? They're calling it the bubblegum and the Racer Blue. So my immediate thing is, dang, are these like kind of just like seeded pairs, like friends and family pairs? Like they're not gonna have the numbers? Cause like, where are these pairs coming from? Are these coming from the 7,000? Cause we're seeing a whole separate raffle when we see people like Unbreakable Kicks. He's posted his link, and then everybody's jumping in this girl's DMs like, hit me up with the early links. What are early links? Blah blah blah. Like, how did you get connected? How did you get connected? So this girl's DMs has been bumped. Okay, for a quick little, hey girl, nice to see another girl in the sneaker game, and I went about my day. I'm not diving in this girl's DMs and doing all this extra stuff. We just been seeing a bunch of friends and family leads go out. Like, he had one, but I don't think it was all like coming from her. I think people were getting like connections, different connections, and people were getting sent out pairs. So it's just been a bunch of friends and family like links and success being posted by a lot of content creators, by a lot of people that are into shoe reselling or into sneaker botting or plugs, wherever, right? And so I'm just thinking, okay, cool. Like, the pairs are getting out, seeded out to the people, you know, who are willing to pay for them, pay extra for the links, or people who are connected enough to where they got a seeded pair. Great. But then I run across another tweet. Okay, y'all. So literally mid me uploading this YouTube video, I stopped in the middle of it just to go and get further information, because Sneaker Fetish is actually doing a live on Twitter right now about what actually happened. So what I thought happened compared to what happened, y'all, there's some shicey stuff going on. It's some shicey stuff going on. So I literally sat in the live. Now, some of these people in the live had got in contact with the girl and was trying to get their pairs, trying to get their little link. Y'all, why this girl scammed everybody out their money? So basically what happened was she connected Jit, the original dude, and he's like a producer or whatever. You went to a really, really popular person that you knew could get your name out there, that could get you plugged in. You went to him and you made sure that he got his pair. You were connected enough to have a friends and family link, and you gave it to Jit, right? He shouts you out like, hey, she's dope, you know, she hit me up, you know, shouts out to her, blah, 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 blah. People are flocking to her. Like I'm saying, they already in her DMs. They asking her, you know, for the links. What's up? What I gotta do for the links? So apparently she was charging $100. That's what her base price was. But some people paid $125. Some people paid $150. And you can see her tweets. She was tweeting and she was just like, you know, don't, you know, my number with you might not be the numbers there. Don't be giving out the numbers that we worked out, blah, 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 blah. And she just kind of like continued to go off on Twitter. Like, it was a lot of going off on Twitter. And I see her like arguing back and forth with people. And I'm just thinking, the people just pressing her for the shoes or whatever. I'm just thinking that's why she's going back and forth with people on her Twitter. Like, but it's just a bunch of going back and forth. And then immediately once this happened, she like retweeting all of her pictures. And I'm just like, okay, it's given she won her fame, you know, all of that, ain't nothing wrong with that, cool. But then Sneaker Fetish, he posts and he was just like, hey, I really hope y'all get y'all shoes, because remember, Sneaker Fetish already has his seeded pair. He's just like, I really hope y'all get y'all shoes, but it's not looking good. It's giving this girl and scamming everybody out their money. She done ran off on the plug with all this money. So I'm just looking into it and I'm just like, dang, wait, I thought she was legit. I thought people was getting their stuff. But I get in the group and I'm listening to people's stories, and basically she really scammed these people out their money. Like, it's going from, okay, I'm gonna get the link, to, okay, well, I'm just not getting home, to wait, that link, something was wrong with that link, so I gotta get this other link to work. And now people are making posts. It says most of the community never got friends and family. They also don't know how this side works, respectfully. With that being said, most of the real friends and family were unaffected, like the undefeated situation. That'll never happen again. I hate to see it, but people gotta do a little bit more due diligence instead of just being thirsty. If you were on friends and family list, you got an email with a unique EQL code. So it was a code for the EQL raffle. These people weren't getting codes. No one knew this though. No one that was not in the friends and family circle that had, you know, the real information knew that. So they was just paying her money and thought that they was gonna get some friends and family link. They didn't know how it went. So it says it wasn't something that should have or was intended to be shared or passed around. So like, everybody's on Twitter right now talking about how she was scamming people out of their money. Now, before I unfollowed her, I was looking at her tweets and she was just like, oh, I'm finna be super famous now. So I'm sitting in the live figuring out what's actually happening, and I'm looking at her tweets a lot of time, because at the time I'm still following her. And then I unfollow her because I'm just like, okay, heck nah. So I unfollow her, and then I see that her tweets are now private, so you can't see anything that she's tweeting. But apparently she been on Instagram posting about how she got her nails done. She been like just running off with people money. And that's the thing. What we also found out in the live is that one of the people that sent her money was like, he sent it to her Cash App or Apple Pay, and the number that came up was the number for Jit. So that number was the original dude that co-signed her. It was his number. So he's thinking, oh, this is a conspiracy. They in this together. Like, he getting some of this money too or whatever. But he get in contact with him, and the dude's like, I don't know nothing about this. And he literally pays him the money. He pays him his money back. He's like, bro, I don't have nothing to do with this. She looked out for me. I got my pair. I didn't know that she was finna scam everybody else. So it's like she just found her like a dupe. Like, he was not in on it at all. And I'm just like, bro, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. I'm just like, And one of the people in the chat, she was just like, bro, she been planning this. Like, some planning went into this. She been planning how she was gonna do this for a while, because she's a real person. Like, people at the Awake store know her. I do believe that she actually had a friends and family link. She was so plugged in that she actually had a friends and family link, but she used it to scam people out of thousands. Like, those hundreds, $150 added up. People was scouring the DMs. Like, it wasn't nothing that these people was not doing. Links, and it's hard to separate who was actually a seated real friends and family and who was the people that, you know, just didn't make the list but wanted to be connected enough to, you know, grab a pair, y'all. And I'm just like, this is absolutely insane. I'm actually still in the live right now. It's insane, y'all. It is absolutely insane. And I'm just like, she really pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. Thank goodness, first of all, I'm not thirsty to buy shoes from a person I don't even know, and I don't pay over retail. Like, this is why. This is more reasons why I don't pay over retail, y'all, because stuff like this happens. This was absolutely insane. But I had to come to y'all and put y'all on game about what's going on with these. And I was like, if all of this is happening, like, that's not doing anything but building up the hype. That is literally making sure that these shoes hype is through the roof when it drops on Sunday. And we didn't even need that. The 7,000 pair and 10,000 pair stock was enough. We didn't need hype to go through the roof on these, but it's about to be insane. The shoe is about to be legendary just because of this scammer story. That's absolutely insane. In the comments down below, let me know if you was plugged in enough to get a friends and family, a real friends and family link with a unique code and actually cop your pair. Let me know if you're going to be going for them on Sunday, and if you're going to be going for them on the SNKRS app. Do you prefer the pink pair or do you prefer the black and blue pair? Always like, comment, subscribe, and share. I will try to get y'all all the sneaker information that I can this year, because this year is insane, y'all. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok mainly. Make sure you're subscribing to me on YouTube, and make sure you're following me on Instagram as well. That wraps up another video, y'all. D Footwork out.